The photo editing basics. Once you have got the hang of understanding your camera exposure basics and how to compose a great photo, it's time to learn a few photo editing essentials to put the finishing touches on your artistic vision. The steps below will get you started on the photo editing process right away. You will also find things to think about before you begin editing at the end of this article. Here are the key steps for editing your photos. Crop your images and clean them up. Adjust white balance. Adjust exposure and contrast. Adjust color vibrancy and saturation. Sharpen images, finalize and share. The basic photo editing technique should be available in even simple editing programs, and each can enhance your images to make them more powerful and share worthy. Advanced editing software will offer these basic tools and will also include refinements that allow you to do more sophisticated editing that's outside the scope of this article. You don't have to do all the basic editing steps on every image, but the steps you choose to do should be done in the order listed. The easiest photo to edit, of course, are ones taken by a skilled photographer and takes time to get exceptional shots in the field. You also want to consider shooting in raw image format for the greatest editing control. You should also be certain your editing program can work with raw images. To start learning how to get the basic shots, consider taking a hands on photography course. First one is crop and clean up your images. Straighten images. It's always better to pay attention to be sure your horizon is horizontal when you shoot, but straightening is also an easy first editing step. Crop images. It's best to crop to improve minor compositional details like distracting elements at the edge of the frame or repositioning your subject slightly. Spot clean images. The outdoor is a dusty place and nature's gritty elements have a way of finding their way onto your camera lens and then onto your photos. Using a brush regularly in the field cuts down on this. Most editing programs have a spot removing tool. The name varies. Clone stamping and spot healing are two variations. Programs also let you change your view of a photo to highlight the location of spots. Work your way methodically around your photo until you have a spot free image. Number 2, adjust the white balance. White balance relates to color levels, not exposure levels. If your image has an overall tone that you find displeasing or unnatural, you can adjust white balance to fix it. Note that JPG files, because they capture for less digital data than raw files, offer a minimal amount of white balance adjustment during editing. Most editing programs let you pick from preset modes like flash, daylight, or cloudy to better calibrate the image for the lightening conditions when it was shot. In addition, many have both a temperature and a tint slider that you can fiddle with to fine tune the overall lighting cast on the image. Third is adjust exposure and contrast. Adjusting exposure. This is the process of making the photo exactly as bright or dark as you want. Note that noise, a mottled look, can sometimes be introduced when you crank up with the brightness. That's why it's always better to get um, the correct exposure, one that's sufficiently bright when you first take the photo. Adjusting contrast. Contrast is the range of dark to light tones. When it's extra high, you see a stark image where all tones, regardless of color, are either very dark or very light. When it's extra low, you see a flat image where no elements in the frame stand out. Typically, you want a middle contrast that avoids either of those extremes. But if you prefer either of those effects, you can adjust the contrast to achieve that. How to use the photo histogram. This graphic representation of the tonal range of a photo helps you optimize final exposure during editing. You don't always need to look at the histogram, but it can be helpful when a shot has a large amount of dark area or a large amount of light area. Many editing programs include it on the screen where you adjust exposure, making it easy to reference. A well exposed photo would give you tones throughout the range from dark to light with more tones grouped in the middle. Your goal is not to always take photos with a histogram, like the evenness of the lightening on the subject largely determines that. When you have a spike on the left side of the histogram, though that indicates your photo has a lot of darker tones. When you have a spike on the right side of the histogram, that indicates your photo has a lot of lighter tones. So number 4 is adjust color, vibrancy and saturation. Fifth is adjust sharpness. Sixth is finalize